There's too many adult males planting seeds in toxic soil. Why are you shooting the club up, acting like your old DB on a coke bench talking about, ooh, baby, I like it raw, and then you out here having a bunch of babies that you didn't want in the first place with somebody you just smashed because it was 2 o'clock and they were available? That is nasty work. You tired of lies and leftovers? The Real Black Agenda is crushing 3 bestsellers list. Grab it on Amazon or hit the link in my Instagram bio at @TheBusinessBully before they try and silence it. Okay, happy you're here. But before I even get started today, I need to talk to you because I know a lot of you are like Carl Thomas and Ralph Tresvant. You're going to be real emotional and sensitive in these comments about what I'm about to say. When I say this, I need you to understand that I know it's not just a black thing, but I don't know if you can tell either by my skin complexion or the locks on the top of my head. I'm black, so primarily I'm concerned about the black community. One of the main things that's happening in the black community is the fact that we are smashing each other at an alarming rate, without any type of discipline, without any type of plan, without any type of thought process. And it's costing us. It's costing our relationships. It's costing our community. It is costing our children irreparable damage, and it has to stop. Let's keep it a buck. You're confusing orgasms with legacy. And I'm sorry, busting a nut is not going to lead to generational wealth. Every day I'm on the internet, and unfortunately, even my algorithm cannot filter out all of the stupid talking points made by people who just got themselves some podcast equipment from Staples or Office Max, talking about deadbeat dads and bitter baby mamas and high value men and low quality women and high calorie women. I am sick and tired of it. There's too many adult males planting seeds in toxic soil. Why are you shooting the club up, acting like your old DB on a coke bench talking about, ooh, baby, I like it raw, and then you out here having a bunch of babies that you didn't want in the first place with somebody you just smashed because it was 2 o'clock and they were available? That is nasty work. Now, again, I get it. Sometimes you get out of a situation and you say to yourself, oh, I'm in my hoe phase. First of all, there's no time for a hoe phase. It sounds good. But belonging to the streets when you got back pain and knee joint issues is nasty work. It is utterly ridiculous. We have to do better. All of us have had to mature. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm perfect. I don't know anybody who hasn't gone through some dumb stuff or made stupid mistakes. That's not what I'm on. But as a community, we lead with that. And then we deal with the trauma that comes with that instead of prioritizing things. Here's what I mean. Let me be clear so that you have an example that makes sense to you. I can go down a timeline, anybody's timeline, yours, or yours, and tell you right now that there are guaranteed to be 5 baby showers to every 1 wedding shower. You want to know why that is? Because having babies is cute. Marriage is hard work. Understanding that when you get married, you're supposed to be married to that one person for the rest of your life. And what nobody tells you, and I can tell you this as a married man, and again, I'm not sitting here like the moral majority or a moral authority. I'm just speaking from experience, good, bad, or indifferent. When you're married, the person you marry is not the person you're married to. Let me explain that. I met my wife when I was 17. When we got married, I was still in radio. I wasn't writing books about black agendas. I wasn't talking about pitching and closing. I wasn't 235 pounds. I was 561 pounds overweight radio DJ from the 80s. Let's just keep it a buck. She had to get to know this whole new person with a whole new look, a whole new set of issues and problems and concerns and beliefs that are drastically different than what I was in my 20s and 30s. And it's the same thing with my wife is not the person I met when I was 17 on the campus of Temple University and said, damn girl, that dress is wearing you. You change, you evolve, and you have to be able to evolve with those changes. That's what that means. I saw Michelle Obama say that there was probably a decade where she ain't like Barack. Well, join the club, Michelle. We've all been here by now. But anyway and anyhow, the point is The Bible says they shall become one flesh. It doesn't say that it happens the second you say I do. Black people spend more time focusing on the wedding, who's sitting where, and whether you're going to have chicken, fish, or a vegan option than you do whether or not you're going to move into a sustainable neighborhood, what kind of issues you have genetically before you even make children. None of that's on the table. You spend more time planning the wedding and zero time planning the marriage. As a DJ, I have DJ'd, and this doesn't mean that people are better. I'm just talking about a cultural mindset that we've adopted because of a lot of indoctrination fed to us through a diet of social media, Andy Cohen reality television, and horrible music brought to you by Leor Cohen, Lucian Grains, and Jimmy Iovine. We have been co-opted into believing that all we got to do is focus on right now. We don't focus on legacy. We don't focus on nation building. This is a nation within a nation, and it's the nation that we have to build. We're not understanding that because we're focused on dumb stuff and trying to impress people for our algorithms and our timelines and for clicks and likes, not for sustainability and legacy. So before you say, I can do whatever I want and I'm strong and independent and it's okay for a man to sleep with this many people and a woman does it, then she's a hoe. Yes! And when a man does it, he's disgusting. And by the way, aren't you the gender that's supposed to mature faster than us? Aren't you the gender that Malcolm says when you become a mother, the message that you give to your child is the message your child gives out to the world? Look at your children. Look at the message you're giving out. And then do you want to know why we have so many disjointed, horrible relationships? Because fathers, 9 times out of 10, if they're not in the home, they have to deal with the barrage of insults, side conversations, direct conversations that their mothers, her sister circle, and everybody in her family is talking about how he's such a damn horrible man and such a horrible daddy. Then you're putting a child in a position where the child has to choose between team mom or team dad instead of mom and dad teaming up, whether they don't get along or not, whether they ever smash each other creatively or not, to be on team child. That's bass backwards. But at every other wedding I've ever DJed, whether that is a Jewish wedding, a Chinese wedding, a Korean wedding, an Italian wedding, a Jamaican wedding, I have seen people go out of their way, giving the bride and groom cash envelopes and things to make sure that their marriage is sustainable. There are cultures that I've experienced where they give the husband and wife enough money so they can take the entire year off and just get into the space where they can become one, where they can build and they can plan and they don't have the pressures of everything. But what do? Oh, I got to have this dress. Oh, the wedding got to be like this. Oh, I need to have the Migos sing at the reception. Wait, what? The Migos? And I know you think I'm being extreme, but trust me, I've seen it happen. We've got to start prioritizing differently. All of us, myself included. So I'm not coming at you like I'm judging you. I'm coming at you like, hey, this is something that we have to do and we have to have this conversation. All of us need to understand that sexual discipline does not make you a prude. It makes you safer and smarter. This is about not creating lives that you aren't emotionally, financially, or spiritually responsible to raise. I know you like talking about how it takes a village to raise a child, but a lot of y'all are having sex with the village idiots. That needs to stop now. Argue with me in the comments. I'll be there waiting. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe.